Better late than never, the newest cards added to the game came with 2 cards we can use in our Big Fish deck,
Baronne de Fleur
and Ready Fusion. In previous videos, we talked about how to turbo Coelacanth. In this one, we'll be talking about using Big Fish to summon Baronne de Fleur. Baronne has 3 effects. Once per turn, it can destroy any card on the field. Its second effect lets you negate and then destroy any card effect, though you can only use this effect 1 time. The third effect lets you return Baronne to the extra deck, and if you do, you can summon a level 9 or lower monster in your graveyard. There may be moments in which you may use it to float into Coelacanth. If you summon Baronne back to the field, you can use its effect to negate any card effect once more. We'll also be squeezing a rare fish into our extra deck for a Ready Fusion. Ready Fusion will act as both a spell and a monster extender for Summoner Monk and Leaf Fish. And because Rare Fish is a level 4 water, we can also use it to go into Bahamut Shark to summon Totally Awesome when we can't get Coelacanth on the field. To summon Baronne, we'll be using Artifact Scythe, Christian Halki-Fyrax, TG Wonder Magician, and Artifact Dagda. These cards make up our Baronne engine. With these cards, we will summon Baronne on our opponent's turn. So let's talk about how to use them. Normally in our first loop, we send Coelacanth to the graveyard with a generic Link 2 monster. Artifact Dagda will be our Link 2 monster, sending Coelacanth to the graveyard. Dagda's effect triggers when an effect on the field activates. He'll synchro with Oyster and Royal Swamp Eel to activate Monoceros' effect to bring back Coelacanth from the graveyard and chain Dagda's effect. Dagda lets you set Scythe from your hand or deck. When Scythe is destroyed on your opponent's turn, it locks them out of their extra deck. Then it will special summon itself from the graveyard. To destroy it on our opponent's turn, we'll need to use Christian Halki-Fyrax. To get it on the field, we have to send 1 tuner and 1 other monster to the graveyard and special summon Christian Halki-Fyrax. Christian Halki-Fyrax can bring out a level 3 or lower tuner from your deck. You can use it to bring a level 3 tuner, pair it up with Coelacanth to synchro summon into Baronne de Fleur right away on your own turn. Or you can bring out a level 1 tuner from your deck, synchro summon with Coelacanth into a Adamantipator Rising Dragite, and then pass the turn to your opponent. In your opponent's main phase 1, you can trigger Halki-Fyrax effect to summon a Synchro Tuner. We'll summon Wonder Magician. When Synchro summoned, Wonder Magician destroys a card in the spell trap zone. We'll destroy Scythe, special summon it, and then trigger Wonder Magician's second effect, which lets you Synchro summon on your opponent's turn. Using Wonder Magician and Scythe, we will Synchro summon Baronne de Fleur. And there we have it. Let's rewind it so you can see the full replay. Lifeless Leaffish sends Coelacanth to the graveyard, and an instant fusion is used as an extender to special summon Rare Fish from the extra deck. We then Exi summon into number 60 Dagaris the Timeless. Timeless detaches 2 materials to summon Coelacanth from the graveyard. Coelacanth starts our first loop, summoning Oystermeister, Royal Swamp Eel with 2 level 4 fish. We then Exi summon into Bahamut Shark using our 2 level 4 fish, and then we Link summon into Artifact Dagda, sending Coelacanth and Dagaris to the graveyard. Dagda's red arrows will point to Zone 1 and Zone 3, so that is where we're going to have to summon our Oystermeister token. Oystermeister and Royal Swamp Eel synchro into Monoceros. When sent to the graveyard, Oyster activates its effect. Monoceros triggers its effect upon being special summoned, which then triggers Dagda's effect. Dagda brings out Scythe from our hand or deck and sets it face down in the spell trap zone. Monoceros then special summons Coelacanth from the graveyard. We summon our Oyster token in Zone 1. We then Link summon into Masquerena using our token and Monoceros. We then Link summon into our Indestructible Evermax using Masquerena and Dagda. Leaflish sends our tuners and any other fish back into the deck. We start loop 2, bringing out our tuners and a level 4 fish. Using Swamp Eel and a level 4 fish, we synchro summon into Savage Dragon. Bahamut Shark detaches 1 material and summons Totally Awesome. Using Bahamut Shark and a tuner, we Link summon into Halki-Fyrax. Halki Fibrax brings out Fishborg Launcher from our deck. Launcher and Coelacanth synchro into Dragite, bringing us our final end board. We pass to our opponent. Our opponent activates a spell, we negate it with Dragite. Then activate Halki Fibrax effect to special summon Wonder Magician. Wonder Magician destroys Scythe, locking the opponent from special summoning from the extra deck. Scythe then summons itself and we synchro into Baronne de Fleur. Our opponent activates another spell and we negate it with Savage Dragon. Our opponent then reveals a Blue Eyes, triggering the special summon of Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon from the hand. They activate their final spell and we negate that as well. With no cards in their hand, our opponent scoops. In this next replay, we're going to skip the combo and go straight into the end board. We synchro summon Adamantipe to Rising Dragite and pass the turn. Our opponent draws the out, uses the Forbidden Droplets. The most important card they should have hit was Christian Halki Fibrax. Christian Halki Fibrax triggers its effect, summoning Wonder Magician and destroying Scythe. Scythe, after being sent to the graveyard, special summons itself. Wonder Magician then activates its effect, starting Chain Link 2. Wonder Magician and Scythe synchro summon into Baronne de Fleur. Our opponent summons a monster from the graveyard, then from their hand, and then decides to scoop when they realize they are locked out of their extra deck. This next replay is an example of using Saryuja with the Baronne engine. So, looks like we're gonna have to use Piri Reese Map to grab a Beautiful Princess from the deck. Piri Reese Map eats up half of our life points, and then we normal summon Beautiful Princess, searching for our lifeless Leafish, and then sending Coelacanth to the graveyard. We then activate Ready Fusion, special summoning Rare Fish from our extra deck. We then Exi summon into Dagaris. Dagaris activates its effect to special summon Coelacanth from the graveyard, and then we activate Coelacanth's effect to bring out 4 level 4 fish. Then using 2 level 4 fish, we Exi summon into Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark then detaches 1 material to special summon Totally Awesome. We then special summon Saryuja using Coelacanth, Totally Awesome, Bahamut Shark, and Dagaris. Saryuja and Totally Awesome's effect activate, we bring Coelacanth from the graveyard to the hand. Saryuja lets us draw 4 cards, and if you have any oysters and tuners, you must shuffle them back into the deck. And now we use its effect to special summon Coelacanth from the hand to the field. Exi summon into a zone that Saryuja points to, permanently increasing our attack by 300 points. Coelacanth then brings out Oyster, Swamp Eel, and our Leaf Fish. We then link summon into Artifact Dagda, sending Coelacanth and Saryuja to the graveyard. We synchro into White Aura Monoceros using Oystermeister and Royal Swamp Eel to bring Coelacanth back from the graveyard. Monoceros then triggers Artifact Dagda's effect. Dagda then sets a Scythe from our deck onto the field. Monoceros then brings Coelacanth from the graveyard to the field, and then Oystermeister gives us a token. Using our token in Monoceros, we link summon into IP Masquerena. IP Masquerena and Artifact Dagda are used to link summon into Mekk-Knight Crusadia Avermax. Leafish shuffles our tuners back into the deck and we draw a card. Coelacanth discards 1 card and special summons our 2 Swamp Eel tuners from our deck. Swamp Eel and Leafish will synchro summon into Savage Dragon. We special summon Silent Angler, and using it and Royal Swamp Eel, we link summon into Christian Halki Fibrax. Halki Fibrax special summons 1 level 1 tuner from the deck, and we use it to synchro with Coelacanth into an Adamantine Surprising Rising Dragite. And this is our final end board. We pass the turn to our opponent. In the draw phase, we trigger Abyss Dweller's effect. Our opponent activates Bingo Machine. We trigger Ash Blossom in response, and then activate Chain 3 with Christian Halki Fibrax. Chain 3 resolves Haki Fibrax special summons Wonder Magician. Ash Blossom then negates the spell, sending Bingo Machine to the graveyard. Wonder Magician then destroys Scythe, sending it to the graveyard. Scythe special summons itself from the graveyard. Wonder Magician starts Chain 2. Synchro summoning Magician with Scythe into a Baronne de Fleur. Scythe's effect resolves, locking our opponent out of the extra deck. Our opponent activates their next spell, and we use Rising Dragite to negate it. Our opponent activates a third spell, we use Savage Dragon to negate it. Our opponent activates their final spell, and we activate Baronne de Fleur to negate it. While our opponent considers going back to Duel Links, we enter our battle phase, their life points are freely open, and we go in for the final blow and we take the win. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. These videos take a lot more work than I anticipated. If you would like for me to do more decks and would like to support my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.